is my nation. Pledge of allegiance.
Hey, welcome back, guys. Jonathan here with Firebox Campaign. It's been a little while since I dropped a video, so appreciate y'all's patience. Life has gotten kind of busy. Christmas, all that good stuff. So first and foremost, Merry Christmas. Have a happy, safe New Year's. Don't drive drunk or do anything stupid like that. Go home safe to your families. I've got a video series that I kind of wanted to share with y'all here. And it's probably going to be a 2 or 3 part series. I'm not sure yet, but it's going to have to do with the EDC carry gun that I've been carrying for about a year now. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I'm a big CZ fan. I've got a lot of their guns. They're great pistols. So for EDC, competition, home defense, they have a wide range of anything y'all want to do. Especially, I have yet to check out their rifle divisions, but the Bren 2 is really kind of piquing my interest. If you have any of those or know anybody who can give me a good deal, hit me up. But today's video is going to be about a new carry gun that I've been putting in my pants for about the past year. I've got roughly 800 to 1,000 rounds of different types of ammo through it, and the gun has been 100% successful. So what are we talking about today, guys? The Sig Sauer P365xl. You probably could have guessed it. It's probably not life-shattering news here. This gun's been out for a little while. I think it dropped in 2019, so I'm a little behind the 8 ball on a review. But I did want to put it through its paces and see what it was all about, so I picked one up roughly a year ago. And what piqued my eye and interest about this gun is, yes, it got a ton of good reviews, but the modularity of this pistol and what you can do with it is really cool. Anyways, enough of looking at me. I'm going to get to the tabletop and show y'all what the features are all about. All right, guys, so I've got my P365xl laid on the table here. This is the Tier 1 concealment holster that I carry it in. I just wanted to give you a little overview of how I carry this in appendix style every day. The Tier 1 make great, fantastic holsters. The retention is good. The concealability is very good. The only downside is they are expensive. This particular setup, because it's light bearing with the sidecar, it's roughly around $150. And I don't use it, but they offer wedge packages that you can pretty much glue self-adhesive to the back of this. It gives a little bump. So what that would do is then push into you, so it would drive the handle of the gun into you just a little bit more for extra concealability. But I have used them before, and I felt like that maybe the one I had was too big, but it dug into my pelvis bone just a little bit and made it more uncomfortable for me. With this kind of setup, you really don't need it. But check out Tier 1 Concealment if you haven't. They're a great company, and I love their stuff. Anyways, the P365xl. We're going to go tip to butt and just kind of go over some features. And then we're going to give a little bit of a range report at the end and let y'all, from my experience, know what it's like to shoot. So slide is nitron coated black. It does a fine job in corrosion, and you'll see a little bit of holster wear right on the slide there from just in and out. But I think honestly that might just be Kydex from the holster itself wearing in. That probably would buff right out. The finish on this has been fine. What do you get when you buy one of these in the box? You get 2 12-round aluminum. They feel aluminum, but they might be steel magazines. And their magazines are, we'll talk about that for a minute. The magazines are kind of expensive. So if you want to buy extra to have on hand, they can range anywhere from 50 to 60 bucks, depending on which one you want, maybe even a little bit more. I carry an extended 15 round as my spare, and the 12 rounds are flush fit. Obviously the 15 rounds is going to stick out a little bit more. So you can carry it just like this, and I have, and it doesn't print as much as you would think, although it does give a little bit of extra length to the firearm in general. But the 12 rounds fit nice and flush, and the mag release here is perfect. It's not big, it's not small. You can see mine's getting a little worn in there on the back, but magazine drops freely, and I don't have any problems with reloads or magazine sticks. One more thing about the 12 rounders, you might see on other reviews, I don't know if anybody ever mentions this, but they say this is 12 rounds, and it is, but that 12th round without a loader of some kind is very, very difficult to get in by hand. You're probably going to end up breaking your thumb if you don't have some sort of loader to assist you with that. So yeah, something to be aware, not a huge deal, but I do recommend one of those loaders to get that And they say this is 12+1, and it is. But when you have a full mag and one in the pipe, pushing this mag, you get a lot of resistance right before it clicks in. So you really have to push to get it to seat with a full mag +1. Yeah. All right, so the slide again, nitron coated. The finish is good. I don't have any problems. It has front and rear serrations that aren't overly aggressive. You can grab it without any issues. Do your press checks. You can do over the top, whatever you want to do with that. The iron sights on this are really good right out of the box. They are steel. You get a nice blacked out rear, and those are night sights. So the tritium in there, whatever that is, will glow green at night, all with that high vis front green dot right there. Sorry, it's hard to see with the optic in the way, but it's very nice sights right out of the box. This is an optic ready version. So I have the Romeo 0 on there now. And if you don't want to run the optic, it has a plate that you can put on there that comes with to make it look seamless, so you don't have just a gap there from the optic. On this side of the gun, you have standard slide lock and takedown lever. The slide lock has a little shelf there, so when you're doing reloads and you swipe your thumb, you can hit it pretty easily and slide that home. I'll show you real quick how to take this down. Thus folds down like so. Release your slide, and the slide comes right off. Reassembly is just in reverse, all the way to the back. Swipe that back up, and then function check, and then you're good to go, ready to rock in business. The opposite side of the gun, nothing special. Your ejection port is here, and that's about it. The grip module on these is very modular. What do I mean by that? So we'll take a second, we'll tear this back down. I don't know if YouTube's happy about that, but who cares? The trigger assembly in here is the firearm. So this whole rail system is attached to the trigger and all of the internals in the back. And this comes out. I don't have a punch, otherwise I'd show you, but that pin right there comes out. It's one pin, and this whole assembly comes out, and this is an actual serialized part of the gun. And there are companies out there that offer different grip modules. Wilson Combat, Icarus Precision are two of them that I know that are very popular. And spoiler alert, I do have something on the way that I'm going to compare and review in the future with this. So stay tuned for that video. That'll be a cool one. So yeah, cool on Sig that they did that, because the modularity and the aftermarket support is starting to catch up. And you can do a lot with these guns to make them even better. Again, function check, and you're good to rock and roll. Other than the modularity and the aftermarket support on the grip modules, it is polymer like everything else. The grip texture on here is more of a sandpaper finish. It's not, it's aggressive but not abrasive. So you can wear this without an undershirt and it won't eat you up all day. It doesn't go all the way up, but it's really not that big of a deal, because when you put your hand on it, it's really the kind of only the part that you need anyways. And it goes all the way around the back strap, to the side, to the front strap. It doesn't go all the way up, but that's fine too. Not a huge deal. Firing this, I don't have a problem maintaining my grip even when my palms get sweaty. Mom spaghetti. Has an integrated magwell. Sig says that that's integrated magwell, and reloads are fine. I didn't notice an assistant. I didn't notice it not helping. So it's there, something that's good on Sig. And they say that they do have an extended beaver tail. Again, it is what it is. I don't know if it's extended. It does go past the slide. It fits in my hand, and the ergonomics are nice. I do like the way it feels. It comes with a proprietary rail up here, but you can do all sorts of stuff. Right now, you can see I have the TLR7 sub, and I love that light. It fits really nice, and it's almost flush to the barrel. Okay, so talking about the trigger guard, it's a little bit smaller than most of its competitors. You can see how it doesn't come out straight and give you that extra little bit of room. It kind of curves up. Not a huge deal if you have average size hands. I wear a large glove, and I haven't had any major issues fitting my finger in there I haven't shot this with gloves yet, but other reviewers that I've seen said that if you shoot with gloves or have extra large hands, they were having problems finding that for their finger. I didn't have an issue, just something to mention that I have noticed on other reviews. The trigger on this gun is good. I like it a lot. It's a flat face trigger. It's aluminum or steel, I'm not sure, but it breaks at 90 degrees, which is pretty cool. So you get a little bit of creep, not a whole lot, and then maybe a millimeter, half a millimeter, and then I call that a spongy break. When you're shooting, it's very nice. You have your reset, which is short, and then a nice 90-degree break. One more time. Boom. So that's all the features, guys. Out of the box, you get a lot for your money. I think you can find these on average around $500 to $600, depending where you look. You can probably even find one used at this point for cheaper than that. Has this gun been 100% reliable? For me, yes. I've shot 115 grain ball ammo for most of its life, but I have put several hundred rounds of hollow point through it. Sig has their own ammo for this gun that is designed specifically for shorter barrels. That works really well. That's mainly what I carry. But I've also shot some Hornady critical defense out of this and had no problems. Even some higher loads like Spear. I had about 50 rounds of Spear through this and it functioned fine. Did make it pretty snappy though. So if you get hotter loads, obviously it's going to increase the recoil. But 100% reliable, no malfunctions to date. What does it feel like to shoot on the range? Recoil is manageable. It is snappy, considered it's a 9mm micro compact gun. And the grip on it for me is almost too small. It's not a huge deal, but I have large hands, I wear large gloves, and my fingers almost come all the way to the fat pad of my hand there. I like a little bit more room. If they had like 1 more millimeter this way, it would be perfect, because you can get your support hand on there and really get a nice, good master grip. But again, it's manageable. It's not a problem. It conceals well. I understand why they made the grip smaller. All right, so I don't think I really have much else for you guys. This is the P365xl. It's a great choice. It's affordable. It's 100% reliable. So I give it a thumbs up here for EDC. Carry on, guys. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Maybe share. And I look forward to seeing y'all in the next video. Be safe. Have a great New Year's.